Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Welcome, group 3, to your full moon messages. Some of you are probably coming from group 1 and group 2. Some of you are just watching group 3. If you feel called to watch group 2 and group 1's messages, group 2 is really being prepared, really stepping out. They're almost at their land ho. Group 1 is dealing with some of the dark night of the soul aspects, some of the deepest core subconscious wounds. Sometimes when we're in group 3, group 2, or group 1, that's just a natural way to group them in order to get the appropriate messages out for the appropriate core people, is what I am hearing to attune to. But that doesn't mean there aren't messages in the other group messages for the full moon messages. I'm being told some of you will get significant validation. You will understand how people in your life are actually are in the group 1 stage. So I'm being told it will help you to identify the people going through that group 1 phase of the dark night of the soul during this time in the collective consciousness. And I'm also being told group 3, you're highly attuned. Y'all, you're being moved to the next level, or you're at the next level. I'm there. That's what I'm hearing. I'm here. That's what I'm hearing from one of your higher selves. And I love you very much, whoever that is, group 3. So this is like the level up where I want to say it's almost like you've been going. I'm seeing the golden palace card for group 3. So I'm just going to roll with this. Y'all know it's the full moon in Gemini. People are in their light and their shadow. There's chaos in the internal worlds. So there's chaos in the external worlds. We're really just highlighting it because the mass collective consciousness is going. A lot of people are going through a dark night of the soul at the same time. There's a lot of projections back and forth. It's almost like I'm seeing I'm seeing group 3. It's like sitting, I'm seeing you floating, levitating. What's that song by Dua Lipa? Levitating. That's the song I'm hearing. I can't remember the lyrics to it right now though, but it's like peace, love, and light. Like really in your balance, really understanding that in this state where you're manifesting from all of those different things, it's like you're in this bubble levitating in a meditation position, the lotus position I'm hearing as well. And it's just like peace, love, and light. High five to you. The full moon messages for you are different than the other groups, but the other groups really give you clear indicators about what's happening in the collective if you so choose to read that. But group 3, y'all, you have a whole different kind of message over here. And I just want to listen to it because you have really incredible energy. That next level and healing of wounds, like all your hard work is paying off right now. You will have either up-leveled in your business, up-leveled in your life, just met a brand new group of people that you finally have a resonance or an alignment with. It's like things are flowing effortlessly, connecting you to different people. You'll also notice that you also got up-leveled in your gifts, group 3, which means if you were already clairvoyant, if you already did this or already did that, well, guess what? Somebody's guide on here is like, we just added 2 more. And there's a little bit of a period there where it's like, whoa, what is this? Have an open mind, look at it with curiosity. You're the lady in my group. This is coming in our private channel Your Light community. One of our group members identified that this is really the apprenticeship stage for a lot of people. And what that means is sometimes you're in the mastering and apprentice stage at the same time. I'm hearing there's a flow through. Some of you have already mastered it. Some of you are in the apprentice state. This is where you get to identify the energy. This is how I attune to it and understand it. In this level, when things come up or things show up in your everyday external world that aren't in alignment with you, it doesn't phase you. You might stop for a moment and be like, what the WTF? But the truth is, you're actually going to be able to just look at it and be like, oh, I can move the energy. I can change this. I can change my frequency. I already been there and done that. So I'm just going to keep in my own little energetic bubble here so I can maintain this beautiful high frequency, and ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. That's the song playing for you. So there's this understanding of you recognize your I am presence and your power. You've done enough work to be able to attune to that. And yes, you might have a couple of missteps. Yes, you might be just getting your footing into this Om state. Remember, it's freedom. What's the word freedom? It's two separate words. Freed, Om, right? Sound of the universe. So that's really sticking out very strongly to me. Think about enlighten. It's enlightened. We're all enlightened because it's within us. The light is within us. So technically we're all enlightened. We're all just beaming it out. Group 3, you're like beaming it out next level, or you're actually playing with the energy to beam it out next level. You may also have noticed that there's been lots of projections of dark, dense energy from the collective consciousness and darker spheres of consciousness, whether it's people's emotions, particularly somebody on here in group 3, you did open up to new skills and gifts intuitively, but there, I'm hearing you will have noticed that there's a lot more happening intuitively that you're sensing. It's very important that you create strong boundaries and move energy out as it comes in, because as we lean in, we become more sensitive. And this doesn't mean we become more sensitive to take on other people's energy. What it means is we're just more aware of the sensory information coming through. So for some of you who might feel a lot of dark, dense, negative projections, they were always that dark. Your energy is just at such a higher frequency that you're feeling it more intensely. That also means this is your superpower, because you get to move the energy. You cannot move dense energy away from you if you have no idea it's even come into contact with your energy field. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm also being shown the magnetization, right? I'm moving through the full 13 chakra energy centers. Group 3, all you need to do to flow and navigate through all this when chaos is going on around you is to ground yourself, open up your energetic channels, and maintain your frequency. That means clearing your energy on the daily, calling in divine energy, using your will, using your I am presence, play with the energy. Group 3, you're realizing that, oh, it's my time to play. Oh, I got a wound to heal, or oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna go play and be in my joy, because I know my state of frequency of joy. I become so elevated that stuff just melts away. There's that concept that's coming through for that. It's very important, because you're realizing in order to heal the wounds, all I got to do is enjoy myself and have fun and pour into myself and journal and paint and dance and celebrate. Again, I'm seeing the Golden Palace card. You have what you need. You've already hit land. You're starting to connect with the different people as you explore the land. This is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius has just come up. The full moon is actually in the sign of Gemini, which is the twins, the shadow and light. Side note, group 3, you will likely be touching base or connecting or reconnecting with somebody who you attribute to a twin flame, or somebody who's a match made in heaven. That was the flow through thing I kept hearing. And Spirit's like, it wasn't a flow through, Erin. We were trying to take you down that direction. That's fine. Okay. This is making me giggle. So they want to talk about this because there is group 3. Not only have you had your gifts amplified or heightened or opened up to more, you're also really finding your balance. You're finding your joy. You're finding your peeps and your community. You are rocking and rolling. And in addition, a lot of twin flames are converging or merging is what I want to say, connecting fluidly in the energy. Telepathic connections are going to become strong. For some of you, somebody who is like facing away from you is going to turn around and come face to you. It's like the dynamics are changing, the magnetization of the different polar opposites, bringing them into a balance and alignment so that it's no longer this on the spectrum, but it's coming into this. That's what I'm being shown for some of you. And I'm also hearing somebody is very, very lonely. I'm hearing lonely. I'm so lonely. Whoever that message is for, I'm being told to tell you there's, I don't know why that's coming in, but it feels like, let me just listen for a second. This is someone who's been alone for a very long time and has done their work. You've had gratitude your whole time. You've done it by yourself. You have not had people helping you. There are moments that it's not lonely, like somebody who's like, oh, I'm longing for love, or oh, I'm longing for this because I don't have it in me. It's not that. It's more of like I would really just like a partner, a support, somebody to roll with me. It's more of that kind of understanding or aspect. It's not that you are lonely. because you're good with being alone and you do not feel alone, but you would like to have somebody who is in alignment with you. Whoever this is, you've been alone a long time. Like, I want to be clear. I want to say probably a decade, if not more, maybe 2. This is somebody who is, I'm getting in the range of 50 to 60, perhaps a little bit older than that, but it's very clear that this is coming into fruition for you. All you have to do is be in your joy and frequency and let go. And it naturally is flowing to you. It's waiting for you. That's what I'm hearing is, it's waiting for you. So just to be very clear, that message of that idea of you would just like somebody as a companion, that person's coming. They are coming. They're coming for you. They're waiting for you just up around the bend, I'm hearing. You're going to turn the curve and be like, oh, there you are. You've jumped onto your island. You've started exploring, explore the energy, explore different dynamics. Anything you have a limited perception on that's maybe a niggling thing like, oh, I can't do this because it's not part of my thing. Have an open mind, because when you move beyond the limited perception, I'm seeing a giant gift. That's where you find everything you've been looking for. You're going to find what you're looking for through different people. And this is also somebody misunderstood, who's been misunderstood greatly, gravely, to the point that it became a detriment that you were so misunderstood. But I am being told, Golden Palace, listen, what you were misunderstood for is actually one of the absolute greatest gifts that will help so many people. And that doesn't mean you have to be going out and helping people. I mean, you just existing in honoring that gift that you were so misunderstood for. I'm hearing people were just not ready for you. This next level, the people you're connecting with, they get it. They move to that state. They see you. They like, it's a whole other ball game. That's what I'm hearing. A whole other ball game. And we're cracking a home run is what I'm also hearing. I don't know what that means. Anyways, whoever that message is for, man, keep rocking and rolling. The sky is the limit. You're amazing. You're doing amazing. There are just so many wonderful, beautiful things up ahead. If you are already experiencing wonderful, beautiful things, like this is just the beginning for you. This is just the beginning of everything that you are doing. And you may feel like it's wonderful. You're always saying it. And Spirit's like, oh no, there's a really big thing here for this person, whoever this message is for. It is everything that will fulfill you. It is, you think you're fulfilled now, and I'm hearing you just wait is what your guides are saying. Oh, your higher self. I want to be clear. This is somebody who's in tune with your higher self. This is your higher self saying this to me. It seems like a guide, but I feel like perhaps you might be a guide for other people, or people naturally come to you for wisdom. Like literally, I want to dance around and jump for joy, and it makes my heart really full just to know that you are. I'm just really glad that you're here. This is just the beginning. What you think is wonderful now doesn't even compare to the absolute contentment, culmination, fulfillment, mission completed, multiple missions completed. It is, it makes me want to cry. It's that blissful and beautiful. Like, it's just like sheer, I don't have a word for that. How would you describe that, Ava? Sheer wholeness, sheer perfection. Whoever this is, you set your mind to a goal and you achieve it. But the goal that you set your mind to achieve was only the beginning. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get wider. It's only going to get better. And you will turn around at one point and say, thank you for everything. Like, this is, whoever's journey this is, you're epic. You're here for epic things. And I'm so grateful that you're here. We're all so grateful that you're here. Amazing. AMAZEBALLS, as someone's son in spirit is saying, and I know whose son that is. He's saying, AMAZEBALLS. What if I told you it was all meant to be? It's taking you to such a deep, profound place, because you got to have faith, the faith. You just got to have faith. So this is like an intermixing of different people's messages for this group 3. I love full moons. I love people. I love energy. So if you're feeling projections, if you're part of group 3, they're saying go back and pull a card. Okay, I'm being told to pull a card. I will do that as well. Oh, I'm being told to use a different deck. Hang on here. I'm going to use this deck. Queen of the Moon Oracle. That's what it is. This is not a deck I use very often, but we will pull a card for you. So group 3, you're like next level. Play with the energy. Remember your power. Remember what you've been working towards this whole time, because remember that the mass groups of collective consciousness are going through a dark night of the soul. You maintaining and holding this frequency is like, people know this is where they're going. So there's the idea, there's this idea that as bridges from third dimensional to fifth dimensional consciousness, for those of you who attune to that as feeling like I'm a bridge to that, a lot of people do. Sometimes we think the bridge is meant for other people to be on it, and you're going off the bridge or going onto the bridge to meet them halfway across. But it's almost like you're the bridge to hold the frequency so that they understand that's what where they're going when they do the work. Your frequency at the opposite side of the bridge, Golden Palace, is meant to maintain its frequency. And when people start to go through this ascension process and their dark nights of the soul and all that other stuff, they simply move up in frequency. But if you're not there at the side of your bridge and you're halfway onto the bridge, or you're partway down, or you're in the muck and mire of the 3D, they're not going to know where the other side of the bridge is, because you're the beacon and you're the spotlight on that fifth dimensional consciousness understanding. That's a very clear message for somebody on here. Stop getting off your bridge and going down into the muck. You need to stay up here. You need to focus on here. That's where you're of the highest frequency. That's where you feel the best. And that's actually where you make the most impact, is what I'm hearing as well. The card that I pulled for group 3 for this full moon. Oh, I hope you can see these cards. They're always it's wisdom. Do you see her? Oh, on the lands, Golden Palace, reaching for the moon and the stars. This is the card of wisdom. It's also card number 22. 22 is my daughter Ava's number. And for those of you who attune to 22, this likely is your message. So wisdom is the meaning of this card. Again, I don't really use this deck very much, but oh my gosh, you guys, in group 1, I intuitively was seeing a card from a totally different deck that was of a girl that was on the ocean, and she was just setting sail to the next phases of her. She's just ripped up all the deep, dark night of the soul, and she's setting sail. That was the card I intuitively saw, a girl in a rowboat moving towards it. But it felt, in the way I'm intuitively seeing it in that group 1 reading, was that it was a little girl, right? So if you look at this, she is actually in a rowboat, and it's not on the ocean anymore. It's on the clouds. And see how she's built up books, wisdom, knowledge, and she's got the ladder and is reaching up to the moon. Remember, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. I'm seeing the owl spirit for somebody on here. There's something about knowledge and wisdom. That's what it's coming up as. But you can't make this up. So I'm not familiar with this, but I'm just noticing right now on this card that that's literally the images it's getting. Explore, shoot for the stars, go higher, and unequivocally know that everything is yours. Again, I'm seeing the Golden Palace card. Listen, everything you've worked for it's coming, it's here, it's on its way, it's already in the energy, and it's going to blow your mind, is what I am hearing. So I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. That's the energy and the frequency of it. It feels really good. It feels really exciting. And it's not exciting like, oh, we're just dancing and we're all in joy. Listen, I want to be very clear. Those of you in group 3, this has not been an easy journey, but you have earned this. This is your wisdom. This is what you have cultivated. You deserve the stars. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to be in that state of joy frequency. There's somebody on here that I know this message is for you, and I almost want to send you an email to say, hey, you need to watch group 3, but I won't do that. I'll let people come to it as they're attuned to it. I'm on my way. That's what I'm hearing. You are so on your way. You're on the right path. It's amazing. There is nothing but wisdom. You earned this. Don't let anyone tell you any differently. I also wish to tell you for this card of wisdom. Wisdom it's not something you read from a book, right? It's a living It's a living thing. Like when I'm connecting with gods and goddesses, I know that they're divining wisdom through me, both for me and for those that watch the channel, those I do private sessions with, whether it's the Galactic Federation of Light, your Starseed family, whether it's your passed on loved ones. This is why I do what I do, because when wisdom comes through, it's not just about the knowledge. It carries a frequency and an energy that literally speaks to the frequency of your soul. Think about it when we're speaking out words, when you're listening to crystal singing bowls, when you're listening to songs, when you hear sounds in nature. There's a frequency that permeates our DNA, our energetic fields. When people speak with deep wisdom, when there is a piece and part of wisdom that's unfurled or unrolled, it's very clear. It's very decisive. It's usually very simple. For somebody on here, that's you. You are decisive. You are full, chock full of wisdom. Like sometimes when you speak, people's jaws drop on the floor. My daughter Ava is saying people's jaws drop on the floor because it's like the wisdom that comes out of you is pure. I don't want to say genius, but it's almost like it's divined in a way that it has nothing to do with books. It has nothing to do with teachings. It's just literally, I don't know why, but I'm seeing people's jaws on the floor. That's what I'm seeing, like shock and awe. You shock and awe them based on your wisdom. It's time for you to step into the spotlight and step into the authority position that you were always designed and meant to be. You're being asked to step into the position and role that you actually came here for. I'm also hearing you know this. And right now you're in this group 3. We're just pulling out other people's energy and projections of other people. And it's not a thing. That's what I'm hearing. It's not a thing for you. It is just for you to recognize it, because this is literally what your whole life has been culminating is wisdom. And whoever this message is for, you are a leader. I'm seeing follow the leader, leader, leader. You are a leader. You are meant to share the wisdom that you have cultivated. It's not about whether people agree or disagree, whether they like it or they don't like it. It's not about whether your messages are perfect or not perfect, whether you've got a great marketing team or you got nothing. It's not about that. Your sheer wisdom that comes out of you holds a foundation that is literally, I want to say it's unmatched, whoever this is for. It's unmatched because it's based on a foundation of deep inner personal work and reflection, cultivating crazy wisdom from the experience and coupling it with the divine. Whoever this is, you have a leadership role or you have a business where you're wanting to be in a leadership role, but I'm hearing, hello, you already are in a leadership role where you always have been a leader. It's time to really expand, flourish, spread your wings, grow out. It's like moving this way, I guess you could say. You will know if this message is for you because you have a business, you're doing different things. I'm just hearing like, we need you. That's what I'm hearing. We don't just need you. You need you. And you have a big impact on this planet. So step into your role. Don't be afraid. This is an incredible time. It's very powerful. This full moon is going to show you clearly who you are so that you can remember who you are fully and step forward into that leadership role without all the hesitations, all the pushbacks, all the people, all the different things that come along. This is very clear. This was hard-earned wisdom. This is not somebody who's had an easy life. But you know what is strange about this? I'm also hearing that some people are put off or some people have a perception that you have had an easy life or things come easy to you. That could not be further from the truth for whoever this message is for. That is actually the exact opposite. It's almost like people have no idea the amount of work, the amount of dark places that you have been to gain and glean this wisdom. And whoever this message is for, you have done it with thieves at your back the whole time, whether it was intentional thieves or they're saying it was intentional thieves at your back the whole time. This was not an easy feat. Remember who you are is what I am hearing, and step into that role unapologetically because, wow, yeah, this is an amazing, you are amazing. Whoever this message is for, you are bringing forth wisdom that the collective desperately needs. And you had to work this hard for it because very few people are able to divine and logically ascertain that kind of information. So take it as it resonates. Group 3, that's the final message of the full moon here for you. If you feel called to, go back to group 2 and group 1. If you look at the messages and see on the thumbnails if it's for you, please go ahead and watch those. As always, if you wish to connect with me for a private session, reading, quantum clearing, or you want to join the 21-day spiritual expansion, you can find the link to my website for all of those things. And I'm wishing you all a happy Thanksgiving, happy full moon, and I will see you on the next video.